Hey everybody, this is your friend Daniel Hutchins. We're back again for another video of random. Now this got me really cracking up. This got me cracking up. This is Brie Larson mistook Johnny Depp as an extra for 21 Jump Street. Brie Larson mistook Brie Larson mistook Johnny Depp as an extra for 21 Jump Street. This really has me cracking up. But okay. Director Christopher Miller reveals Brie Larson mistook Johnny Depp as an extra for the set of 21 Jump Street due to his biker costume. Well, that doesn't really surprise me because Brie Larson, she basically had a biker costume in her movie. So, this is 3 days ago, everybody. Okay, director Christopher Miller revealed Brie Larson mistook Johnny Depp as an extra for the set of 21 Jump Street due to his biker costume, even though she had a biker costume in her movie. Now, this buddy cop action comedy served as an adaptation and continuation for a late 80s TV show of the same name, revolved around Morton Schmidt and Greg Jenko, two incompetent police officers who went back to high school undercover in hope of supplying a dangerous new drug. We know this as Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill. They also co-write this film, their cast of 21 Jump Street, alongside with Larson, Dave Franco, Rob Riggle, DeRay Davis, Ice Cube, you know the musician, rapper Ice Cube, Chris Parnell, Ellie Kemper, Jake Johnson, and Nick Offerman. Hidden theaters from 2012, we remember the movie 21 Jump Street. It has received really big reviews from critics and audiences from its blend of satire and nostalgia from their original series and teen movie based on Hill and Tatum's effective comedic chemistry. The film has also smashed the box office, grossing about $201 million and an estimated $54.7 million budget. They spawned 2 years later a sequel that had equal acclaim and higher financial return. Despite their continued success, the third film and multiple spin offs, including a Man in Black crossover, have seemingly died in development hell. Okay, Men in Black Jump Street crossover is too perfect to waste. Can it happen? Well, if you want me to talk about that, I'll talk about it afterward. But okay, in honor of the 10th anniversary, Christopher Miller took to Twitter to share behind the scenes sets and photos of 21 Jump Street. One such story included their first week in a hotel room shootout scene, where we saw Brie Larson has mistaken Johnny Depp as an extra due to his extensive biker hair, makeup, and biker costume. You can check out the Miller's post below. Christopher Miller tweeted on Twitter, "From the moment we had our first camera test with Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill, we did this magic together. Philip Lord and I look at each other. We give them space to play at each other, and that's week gone to work. 21 Jump Street." Our first week of climatic shootout with Johnny Depp unrecognizable in his biker costume. Brie Larson thought he was just an extra. He realized the opportunity had disappeared 3 hours after a meal break and returned saying he'd never been to Bourbon Street in NOLA as he walked in incognito. Oh my god. And then there's this bed that has all these pinatas. Oh my god, it's funny. So Johnny Depp starred in the original 21 Jump Street series as Officer Tom Hansen. Okay, with the show's success largely being helped with the actor in the spotlight as a teen idol he detested in the time. The Oscar nominee, Depp, has been held hidden through most of 21 Jump Street movie as seemingly one of the bikers in the 1% gang. Only him and Peter DeLuise to reveal themselves in the original characters in a climatic hotel shootout. Brie Larson has mistaken Depp as an extra while filming the 21 Jump Street, an understandable given actor donned a large wig, fake beard and nose, with sunglasses and bandanas all the way to the final reveals. Interesting though, Depp wasn't the only original 21 Jump Street series cast member to reprise his role for Phil Lord and Miller's film's adaptation. Holly Robinson Peete also returned as Officer Judy Hoffs. She early in the movie, as Hill and Tatum's characters headed to police impounds to look for their car, would impress this high school crowd. Now again, Lord and Miller would continue the trend in 22 Jump Street, which basically happened 2 years later, with a brief cameo appearances from Dustin Nguyen and Richard Grieco in his Harry Truman Aoki and Dennis Booker, though 23 Jump Street is seemingly dead in the water. Though it would be really interesting to see this duo come back again for an original series of a surprise cameo. Now, if we want to see a 23 Jump Street, that would be nice. A 23 Jump Street? Okay. You want to know? Well, actually, I found something better. Every sequel teased by 22 Jump Street end credits. You want to know all the sequels that were teased by 22 Jump Street? I can tell you. There were 25 possible sequels in the mix from every sequel teased from 22 Jump Street end credits. Okay, you want to know all the 25 possible secrets at the end of 22 Jump Street. Okay, everyone. The future of 22 Jump Street sequel is uncertain. But as it happens, we just don't know because it never will happen. So again, the end credit provide a good look at what the future missions could look like. In 2012, Phil Lord and Christopher Miller brought 21 Jump Street. Reimagined the 80s series as an undercover police officers investigating crimes in high school, college, and more. Channing Tatum and Jonah Hill was a big hit. The sequel released 2 years later, we just said. 22 Jump Street followed Jenko and Smith on an undercover mission only in college. After these obstacles here, they went to Mr. Walters and Eric in jail. And again, they had another successful mission operation with Captain Dixon, assigning them to a new one in the med school in the end of the film. A perfect setup for a sequel and much more. The end credits shows all the missions they could have went on and how the topic of many sequels. Okay, Sony's bringing back the big franchise after losing James Bond. We're not talking about that, we're talking about something else. The sequence jumps to a aforementioned med school mission, and again, bad guys in the hall of a hospital, and a poster for 23 Jump Street. Next sequel is the foreign exchange students in Russia. And then basically there's 26 Jump Street, an art school, end credit for 25 Jump Street sequel, including an electronic target game, video game, animated series. And you look all the way up to elderly men infiltrating a retirement home in 40 Jump Street. What the hell? So here is the list of all the sequels at the end of 22 Jump Street. 23 Jump Street, Medical School. 24 Jump Street, Foreign Exchange Students. 25 Jump Street, Semester at Sea. 26 Jump Street, Art School. 27 Jump Street, Culinary School. 28 Jump Street, Veterinary School. 29 Jump Street, Sunday School. 30 Jump Street, Flight Academy. 31 Jump Street, Ninja Academy. 32 Jump Street, Fireman School. 33 Jump Street, Generations. 34 Jump Street, Return of the Ghost. 35 Jump Street, Traffic School. 36 Jump Street, Military School. 37 Jump Street, Scuba Class. 38 Jump Street, Dance Academy. Jump Street, the video game. Jump Street, the animated series. 39 Jump Street, the electronic target game. 40 Jump Street, Retirement Home. 41 Jump Street, Magic School. 42 Jump Street, Beauty School. 43 Jump Street, Marachi School. 21 Jump Street, an Infinity Jump Street. Okay, most of those are fake. Now, most of those are fake sequels. Though they might not have all posters and taglines with them, they have guest stars such as Bill Hader as a villain in 27 Jump Street, Seth Rogen replacing Jonah Hill in 29 Jump Street, Anna Faris joining in 30 Jump Street, Richard Grieco reprising the role of Dennis Brooker in the original series in 33 Jump Street Generation, with Dustin Nguyen and Harry Truman Oki. At the end of the sequence, poster for Infinity Jump Street can be found in a split second, implying the continue the go to missions of eternity. Okay, although Lord has shared he has skipped 23 Jump Street and already working on 24 Jump Street with a female Jump Street spinoff in development, the project release dates are a mystery. Whatever future holds for Jenko and Smith, at least 22 Jump Street has gave audiences all the possible mission and where it could go next. Again, guys, let me know your thoughts. I think it's really weird. So, okay, you want to know more about the Men in Black and the Jump Street movie crossover? Okay, the Men in Black and Jump Street movie crossover is no longer happening. This was back about 3 years ago. Okay, 3 years ago. The Men in Black Jump Street crossover is no longer happening. Here's why in the future of both those franchises. Okay, everybody, it's supposed to be an epic crossover of the decade. Men in Black merging with Jump Street brings together two comedies to elevate them both. Success of both franchises is enough to take the root out of the mind of creative after years to hash out details, ensure both franchises get the fair shake. Crossover film was scrapped. So Men in Black was a beloved 90s comedy based on the Lesser Red comics and spawned two more films in 2002 and 2012, focusing on Agent K by Tommy Lee Jones and Agent J by Will Smith, members of the secret alien task force known as Men in Black. All three of the films were box office hits. The first one remains a high water mark on sci-fi comedy. Related Screenrant's 50 most anticipated movies of 2019. But since that year already happened, we're not talking about that. So meanwhile, actors Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum were painted to direct team by Phil Lord and Chris Miller to reboot the 80s TV show we know 21 Jump Street. They gave a franchise a much-needed breath to fresh air. Though its meta self-referential jokes and winning combo of Hill and Tatum, the two Jump Street movies earned their due praise. Considering how well respected both of them were, there is time where you have to have the flimsiest idea of having them both cross over. Again, there was some possibility of this, but we don't know. But yes, the Men in Black and the Jump Street movie was a real thing. Was a real thing. The idea of a Men in Black and Jump Street crossover wasn't for much fan speculation, though all two real ideas. The Sony leak scandal of 2014 bore lots of fruit to unpack here, though the revelation the plan to move forward with the Men in Black and the Jump Street crossover. This was later made 21 and 22 Jump Street screenwriter Rodney Rothman on scripting duties, though James Bauman, who is the Muppets and Alice Through the Looking Glass, was later attached to the project. In April 2016, reports were making that there was going to be a crossover film called Men in Black 23. Although Hill and Tatum were attached to the film, by 2016, Men in Black star Smith and Jones were not. During the time, Smith was working on the Suicide Squad, and Jones was working on Jason Bourne. Sony bringing back their biggest franchises after losing James Bond. We're not talking about that unless you want me to talk about it on another video, because we're not talking about that right now. But shortly after these reports, however, there is progress on crossover films seems to stall. So the Men in Black and the Jump Street movie crossover was canceled because the idea was so complicated. What is so complicated about it? I don't know. But Men in Black 23 was spent 4 years trying to develop to no avail. So in 2019, it was reported that Men in Black Jump Street crossover was canceled. This was promising as it had seemed, as reasons why they rooted to the core pitches. Back in 2016, the Jump Street star Jonah Hill revealed interviews this deal would likely not come together because it's complicated for Men in Black and Jump Street team to come to a deal where they had them both. Toronto Sun Hill had also shared, "It's too complicated. You're trying to make all these deals and it's kind of impossible with Men in Black and Jump Street. But it's so fun, and the whole joke of it was to make fun of remakes and sequels and reboots. Now it became a giant sequel reboot. It's almost become what we were making fun of, and hard to maintain this joke when it was on high stakes. The idea was so tricky and successfully merged the Men in Black and Jump Street worlds. As confirmed 3 years later in 2019, which already happened, that by Men in Black producer Walter Parks at Empire Magazine, we gave this a shot, but it turned out it was an impossible matchup. So this was related to the 2019 summer movie reveals of 20 films must see. We're not talking about that. We're talking about something else. Okay. As exciting as it would have been to see these worlds collide, it's understandable the crossover got killed and axed before they hit the ground. Hill said it was an idea that pitched around Will Smith's Agent J and Tommy Lee Jones' Agent K would have been replaced by the younger actors. It's a admittedly tenuous idea that should have been a big crossover, but imaginable though working as a simple pitch unnerve created by both the sides. Also upon from that, we have tonal changes to Men in Black and Jump Street, since the former works with PG-13 and the later is rated R. Altering either of those franchises equal foot doesn't sound like that would be successful. Men in Black International has replaced the Jump Street idea. Okay, so you remember Men in Black International, right? You should. So the DNA chemistry of the Men in Black 23 Jump Street could have been certainly feels what it meant in Men in Black International. But Men in Black International basically served as Men in Black 4, which seems to be doing much of the same. The fourth film basically was the Men in Black franchise, with Forrest, Chris Hemsworth, and Tessa Thompson Valkyrie jump into a world of the Men in Black. Created from the previous films, International was able to both poke fun and absurdity in the world, with toying with the tropes of character dynamic, though the film was more comedic than the other three. But the Jump Street vibe arguably lives on even if collaboration was dead. Whether this has led to a full resurgence of the series of Men in Black 5 has yet to be seen. We would love to see it. 24 Jump Street is coming. Yes, 24 Jump Street. So you skip 23. So since you skipped the 23 Jump Street, you go all the way to 24 Jump Street. Oh, wow. Okay. Not moving forward with the Men in Black crossover film was no doubt a blow to the long-term plan of Jump Street franchise. They had a female spin-off in development around the same time as Men in Black 23, but gestating at this at 4 years in development crashed into a halt. Where exactly do you go next? Now, according to 21 and 22 Jump Street, we know 24 Jump Street, yes, 24 Jump Street, not 23 Jump Street, 24 Jump Street, is in development. He went on to clarify his work, saying, "We're reserving 23 Jump Street." Now, Lord's implications seem that they're skipping 23 Jump Street to buck more expectations and come after 24 Jump Street. Okay, so Lord and his Jump Street co-director Chris Miller are known for subverting their expectation to their film. 24 Jump Street does sound like a pretty cool idea, but whether or not the films continue to tell this story after 21 and 22 did, the way they're carrying on a story the former remains to yet be seen. Lord's comments were so vague it was difficult to tell whether there was development for 24 Jump Street, as Tatum and Hill would have to reprise their role for Jump Street. Now, filming will the plot would be, we don't know, pertinent information. He was very vague. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. So it means the brush ends aside, but Men in Black hasn't slowed down. with Jenko and Schmidt. Okay, so Men in Black International actually was already out. It actually came on DVD in 2019. It was basically released on June the 14th. If you want to know when Men in Black International happened, it was June 14th of 2019. Okay, so I know I'm going back and I'm revisiting some old ground, but again, it's really important to know what's going on with Men in Black and the Jump Street universes because we don't talk about them that much on the YouTube channel. So I figured we just talk about them so you guys get a clear idea about what's happening between the two of them. Now, this is something I have been meaning to try to catch you guys up with on for probably a good while now. So now, since I've just told you about this idea or these ideas of Jump Street, again, let me know your thoughts in the comment, and you have a great day. See you all around. Bye.